This is CCTV footage that was recorded in China on the 9th of February 2024. There were reports of heavy snow in parts of China, which caused a lot of issues for residents. As the video shows, this was one region where it seemed to have snowed quite a lot. The three women that you see on screen were just having a conversation with each other after the snowstorm when something unexpected happens. Watch the roof that they were sitting underneath actually had a lot of snow suck on it, which eventually caused it to collapse. The women noticed it right before it did, which allowed them to act quickly and move out of the way. This quick action was the only reason they all escaped this terrifying situation unharmed. The roof itself was not built to withstand such snow, as these regions always never get this type of severe weather. That being said, though it's still unnerving, knowing how easily it came down. The video you see on screen right now was recorded by CCTV cameras on board of this ferry. It was captured in Quebec, and the content left many who viewed the footage confused and shocked. The reason for that is actually unbelievable. Have a look. A motorhome comes flying and lands on the ferry, right where multiple people were standing next to cars. Thankfully, the people were not harmed, but as the video shows, the motorhome got totaled. There were two passengers on board of this RV, one of them being the 40-year-old driver, Eric Bellich. He unfortunately passed away in the hospital. After the accident, his passenger, who was also 40, was pulled out of the wreckage alive. She was transferred to the hospital in critical condition. According to sources, many said that the driver of the RV was trying to make it to the ferry after it departed. But it was only later revealed that the brakes were actually gone, and he tried his best to avoid civilian elephant attack casualties. This is one of the most shocking videos that has recently surfaced on the internet. What it captures is a truck that has a few people sitting on the back have an accident. Things don't just end there, though, as well. Follows is even worse. A few seconds of the video will have to be blurred for obvious reasons. Take a look. After somehow crashing into a tree on a road that seems to be pretty empty, the truck proceeds to fall off of the cliff, which is terrifying to all those who witnessed it right before it did. The people at the back of the truck were thrown off, which may have resulted in injuries, but for sure saved their lives. As a truck rolls down the hill, the driver can be seen getting out of it. It's difficult to make out, but when zoomed in, it shows that he slipped out of his seat. As the truck rolled, this was extremely lucky, as other videos have showed how a similar situation to this can be fatal. Even though a few injuries were reported, nobody passed away in this incident. What are your thoughts about this? Some say that this was entirely the driver's fault. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. This next video was recently posted to Reddit. What it captures is not only shocking, but also disturbing. The video is recorded by a man living in the opposite building to the one that is seen on screen. A resident of this building can be seen on his balcony, where he strangely attempts to knock down a column to create more space. Unfortunately, this case does not end as you would expect. Take a look. knocking down the column. A collapse of the balcony occurs. Of course, parts of the video had to be blurred for obvious reasons, but one can easily tell how dangerous it was. Things don't end there, though, as only a short while later, the building partially collapses. A man can also be seen climbing down in a hurry after the partial collapse. It seems that the poorly made building could not hold any more, and it finally fell completely tragically. Though a family lost their life in this horrifying incident, many have claimed that this was only due to the man who knocked down the column, though others have also said that the building in question was not structurally sound. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. The next video was recorded by people who were in their cars when an elephant suddenly blocked their way. They managed to get away unharmed, but when they looked back, they noticed that the people behind them were not so lucky. The incident happened in the state of Kaka, India, and took place on the 31st of January, 2024. It just so happened to be at a national park where elephants reside. The reason why the elephant was so agitated is because the two men you see on screen decided to leave their cars to take some pictures. When they saw the elephant, it was already too late. Sadly for the men, they cannot outrun the elephant, and one of them even trips over something the elephant takes advantage of. The man was lucky, as all he got was a few kicks, which led to no injuries. This video was recorded by a man who climbed up a tree. Now, it's not entirely clear why he chose to do this, but as the video later shows, it's most likely because of a hornet's nest that needs to be cleared. Although this could be the case, the man doesn't seem to have any protective gear on, leaving his skin exposed. This would turn out to be a very, very big miscalculation. Take a look. As the video shows, something falls off of the tree branch. That is most likely the nest, as only a few moments later the man gets swarmed by hornets. The nest also seems to be on fire, which again points to this being intentional. Unfortunately for the man, though, he miscalculated what would happen next, leading to a painful situation. Fortunately, he was able to survive the ordeal, but will most likely remember this moment for the rest of his life.